Today, we are really diving into a season that wasn't just, you know, remarkable for one player. It felt like a seismic event, something that really changed the game.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking, of course, about Caitlin Clark's rookie year. I mean, this wasn't just a good year. It felt historic, right? It just blew past all the expectations.
Totally. It redefined so much for young athletes, for women's sports, even just pro sports generally.
Yeah, it definitely shook the basketball world. So let's unpack why.
Absolutely. So our mission today is basically to pull out the most important stuff, the key insights from, well, everything that's been said and written about Clark's season.
Right.
We want to get past the headlines, look at the numbers, sure, but also the drama, which there definitely was.
Oh, yeah.
And what it all means for the WNBA, for women's sports going forward. The goal is for you listening to get a really full, but easy to grasp picture of this huge year.
Okay, perfect. And look, before we jump into all that great stuff, if you love these kinds of game-changing sports stories, if you want more deep dives into the moments that really make legends, please do us a favor, hit that like button, subscribe, maybe turn on notifications.
Yeah, that'd be great.
And we really want to hear from you on this one. Thinking back on her debut season, what's the one thing about Caitlin Clark's rookie year that stands out most to you? Let us know in the comments. Okay, let's do this.
It really started with this massive buzz, didn't it? And it just built. From game one, Caitlin Clark didn't just show up in the WNBA.
No.
She kind of exploded onto the scene. She wasn't there just to play. She was there to take over. I mean, just look at the basic rookie stats. 19.2 points a game. 0.8.4 assists, nearly 6 rebounds, over a steal per game. Those are great numbers for any player.
Oh, absolutely. Any player, let alone a rookie coming straight out of college. It was just immediate impact. You felt it right away.
But what's really interesting, I think, is that the stats, as good as they are, they don't even tell the whole story, do they?
No, not at all.
It was the way she played. The logo threes, those crazy no-look passes, plus this incredible confidence. It was almost audacious sometimes.
Right.
Every time she got the ball, you just felt like, okay, something amazing could happen right now. She didn't just join the fever. She was instantly their pulse.
The heartbeat.
Yeah, exactly. This was a team that needed a star, needed an identity, and boom, overnight, she's the face of this whole new era for them.
And you saw it everywhere.
Oh, immediately. Attendance records were getting smashed, not just at home, but all over the league. Her jersey was selling out like crazy.
Keep them in stock.
Right. So this wasn't just about points and assists. It showed how an athlete's cultural pull, their media presence, could generate massive financial buzz and fan interest for the whole league. It kind of shifted the business model,
It really did. And as the season went on, the numbers just kept backing it up. Her playmaking, how she made everyone else better, that was just as impressive as her scoring. I mean, setting the all-time WNBA single-season assist record, 337 assists, that's not just a scorer. That's someone with elite vision.
Unbelievable court vision. Always looking to set up teammates. For a rookie, it's almost unheard of.
Yeah.
And the record breaking didn't stop there, did it?
Yeah.
She was the first rookie ever in league history to get 2 triple-doubles.
Oh, in year one.
Think about that. Stuff that seasoned vets rarely pull off. She does it twice as a rookie. And remember that game with 19 assists?
Oh, yeah. Insane.
Just set a whole new standard for passing in a single game. But here's what's maybe even more telling, maybe more surprising. How all that individual brilliance actually lifted the team.
Right, because the Fever had been struggling for years.
Exactly. And they finished 2020, their best season since, 2015?
Yeah.
That got them right into the playoff mix.
Fulfilling that promise she made.
Right out of the gate. She said she wanted to compete for a championship, and bam, year one, they're competitive. It just shows how one truly elite player can completely change a team's trajectory.
But then, okay, as the season wrapped up, we got that unforgettable moment, that quiet moment.
Yeah.
After that really tough playoff loss, the talk around Clark just shifted because she just vanished from social media.
Total silence.
For a whole week. It felt deafening, right? And the speculation just went nuts.
Oh, look wild.
Is she leaving? Is she going to do something else? What is happening? It really felt like the whole league, maybe the whole sports world, was just waiting.
That silence was such a big deal, not just for fans, but for the whole story around the WNBA's growth. It really put a spotlight on the massive pressure these young athletes are under.
Yeah.
When they become the face of something bigger.
For sure.
And then finally, October 2nd, right? everyone could kind of breathe again when she posted on Instagram.
Yeah, and the post itself was so Clark.
Yeah.
Exactly. Short, powerful, perfectly judged. Just year 1, check. Thank you to the many people who have supported me. I'm filled with gratitude. See you all in year 2.
Boom. Simple.
Clear, no question marks. She's staying. The journey continues. It was honestly kind of a masterclass in handling the moment.
Yeah. But with that level of greatness, that level of attention, you also get the other side of the coin, right? The scrutiny.
Oh, absolutely. As her profile exploded, so did the focus on her. Good and, well, let's be real, a lot of negative stuff.
Every single thing, every game, every pass, every word she said was just picked apart.
Analyzed to death.
And the media, they didn't just call her a star.
Yeah.
They almost immediately labeled her as like the potential savior of women's basketball.
Yeah.
Can you just imagine being 23 and carrying that kind of weight?
It's actually kind of staggering when you think about it. But what's truly remarkable is how she handled it. You know, just 23 under this insane microscope. And she had this incredible poise.
She really did. Never seemed to dodge the tough questions. Never really complained about the spotlight. She just kept working, kept getting better.
That competitive fire.
Oh, it was something else. You hear the comparisons, right? People throwing around names like Larry Bird, Steph Curry, even MJ sometimes.
Yeah, the intensity.
And that whole approach, that grit, it clearly inspired a ton of people, not just fans, but young athletes watching her thinking, okay, that's how you handle pressure. That's how you deal with responsibility. She wasn't just playing. She was kind of teaching by example.
And then, well, we have to talk about the incident, the one everyone calls the eye poke incident.
Right. That really shifted the conversation again.
During that huge playoff game against the Sun, she takes this really hard hit right to the eye area. It looked bad.
Yeah.
It did. But no foul call. And instantly, social media just melts down.
Exploded. Was it dirty? Was it intentional? Were the refs protecting her or not protecting her enough? Everybody had a take.
It dominated everything for days.
It really did. And the controversy, it just laid bare this big split, didn't it? Between writers, former players, fans. Some were screaming for better officiating, saying she was getting beat up out there. Others were arguing pretty loudly that she was being targeted because she was the star, physically, verbally.
Right. I remember Christine Brennan at USA Today suggested it might have been deliberate.
Yeah, and that caused a huge backlash, especially from the Players Association. They were not happy.
Understandably.
But through all that noise, all that debate raging around her, Clark herself stayed incredibly calm, just focused. When they asked her about it, she basically said, "Why would I intend to hit somebody in the eye? That makes no sense. I was trying to make a play on the ball." It's never intentional.
Just direct, measured.
Exactly. Her calm in the middle of that storm was really something.
But the stats behind that specific incident, and really all the other physical play she faced all season, they tell a pretty stark story, don't they?
Oh, absolutely. You look at the numbers. Out of all 144 players in the WNBA last season, Caitlin Clark took 17% of all the flagrant fouls called in the entire league.
Wow. One player, 17%.
Let that sink in. It's just disproportionate, doesn't even cover it.
Right. And that's just the ones they called.
Exactly. Forget the bumps, the holes, the stuff that didn't get whistled.
Yeah.
It just screams that something bigger was going on.
Yeah.
And that's the key point, right? It's not just about one eye poke or one flagrant foul. It points to this bigger systemic issue for the league about player safety, about how officials adapt when the game gets this physical, this visible.
Especially with a star player.
Especially with a star player driving so much attention. That stat, plus all the other incidents we saw, it forced a really important conversation about officiating standards, about protecting players, about the unique pressures female athletes face under that kind of intense spotlight. It wasn't just about Clark. It was about the game itself and how it handles its own growth.
And yet, through all of it, hype, the pressure, the controversy, the physical play, just never seemed to buckle.
Never. If anything, you got the sense that all that adversity, all that challenge, it fueled her.
Yeah, it seemed like it. She just answered everything with this like incredible grit, this focus. It was actually like inspiring to watch her navigate it all.
Her ability to just tune out the noise. And man, there was a lot of noise. Online hate, critics, the physicality. That's what really built the legend, I think.
Yeah.
It showed incredible mental toughness. You heard her teammates talking about her maturity, right? How composed she was for her age.
Yeah, constant.
Coaches praising her leadership, not just her skills, but how she carried herself, how she lifted the team. Her impact went way beyond the box score. It was about changing the culture, changing expectations.
So when the season ended, yeah, she was the unanimous Rookie of the Year, obviously. Biggest draw in the league, hands down.
No question.
But it felt like more than that. She became a symbol, maybe? Like a new benchmark for what's possible in women.
Totally. Have a fundamental shift.
Every rookie coming up, now, like it or not, they're going to be measured against what she did in year one. That's the new standard.
And what her season means for the future? It's huge. For the league, for women's sports overall, she completely reset expectations, not just for players, but for the WNBA, as a business, as entertainment.
Yeah.
She proved, like beyond any doubt, that one person with that insane mix of skill, confidence, and frankly, character can change everything. On the court, off the court, the whole conversation is like watching individual impact drive real systemic change in real time.
So yeah, Caitlin Clark's first year, it was a story of what? Triumph, definitely challenge, and just total transformation. She really did turn doubters into believers. Turn that struggling team into must-see TV.
Absolutely.
And she did it her way. With passion, humility, and just this relentless drive to improve. It was pretty amazing to witness.
And like she said, her journey's not done.
Yeah.
See you in year two. And if year one is anything to go by, well, the best is probably yet to come. You have to wonder, right? What kind of changes could year two bring? What new challenges is she going to face? And inevitably, probably overcome on this just incredible path she's on.
That's the big question. We'd absolutely love to hear what you think. If Clark's journey grabbed you like it did us, tell us your favorite moment from her rookie season down in the comments.
Yeah, let us know.
And please don't forget to like this deep dive, subscribe for more, and maybe share it if you know someone who'd appreciate it. We'll keep breaking down the athletes who are rewriting the